Welcome, Engineering Scale Models. I'm Jason, your host, and I do models and Nintendo Switches. What is up with that? Okay, guys, this is getting long and insane, but we are back with this Switch, and I have done a lot of testing and a lot of research. Yes, I have the face cam. Hi, hello, how is everyone doing? We're going to try this out. So this is the Switch. We are gonna, this has M92 that was changed on a BQ new USB port, and it had a resistor that needed to be changed. I changed that resistor, but right now we are going to see what this does on the meter here. Plug in the battery correctly. I'm gonna plug this in like so. We're gonna get our power lead here. We're going to get our power meter. Now this meter draws 24 milliamps on its own, so it's off by that much, which is kind of annoying. If I plug this in this way, oh look, nothing happens. Oh, that's not surprising. If I plug it in this way, something happens, but it doesn't draw any current because it draws not this meter draws 23 milliamps. It doesn't even bump up to 15 volts. So I'm pretty sure I burned out M92 on this, and I'm pretty sure P13 is bad, and I may have even messed up BQ chip. So I might be back where I started, but we're going to get through this, and I have done some testing, and I am going to see if that testing paid off with a little rig I made and a cheat sheet of diode mode readings that I have taken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the scope up here like so, and what I have here is my little test probe on one of the light goosenecks. That way I can touch an individual point. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. If I go up here, I can actually go here and I can touch just that point right there and get a diode reading on there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around and check these chips, and you're going to be like, oh, diode reading, what is that going to do for you? Well, I have in the top corner of the screen the diode mode readings on these chips. This is M92 T16 T36. So that is going to be my diode mode, and I am going to hopefully get the meter on the screen, because if I would have been smart, I would have set that up beforehand, but no, I didn't. So let's see here. There we go. Okay, we have the meter. And let's see if the meter comes up now in the right way. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so now we have the meter. Let's, oh, of course we have to reconnect the meter. Okay, let's go ahead and put us in diode mode. It's easier to do it that, what? Oh, that is diode mode. Okay, so let's put this on here like this. Okay, so there we go, we're in diode mode. Okay. There we go, that's better. Okay, so now this is the M92 chip, so let's go up here to M92. Let's find pin 1 is right there. There's M92. Let's check pin 1 with our sheet, and then this first pin should be 352 on the meter, so I'll come in here. I'll check that pin. And I have an open line. And the next one, and I didn't hook up the meters. Wow. Nobody caught me that the meter wasn't even hooked up. I was like, wow, M92 is really shot. But so black probe on that probe, and let's try this again here. If I touch ground, there's ground. So if I touch this first pin here, I should be getting something. I'm getting open line, open line, open line, open line. That is, I think I got the beeper on. Hold on. So number 5 should be 544, and that one is 544. So these first 3 pins, this one, this one, this one, and this one are shot. So that tells me the M92 chip is shot. So let's come over here to P13 because I have a feeling that one's shot too. So let's flip this around like that. Let's come over here to P13, and how do I have this orientated on the sheet here? So pin 1 is right there, so it's going like this. So let's check this first pin. So this pin right here should be 581. I get 584. This next pin is 4. Yep, that's good. 3. Yep. Okay. Okay. 5. Okay. That one's good. That one, not bad. Okay. Okay, I'm not getting any kind of weirdness yet. Some of these are hair high, but they're following. They're going down to where they need to go. So this rig is definitely helpful with testing these. Okay, and we come down to this side here. Okay. Okay. I can just use this test point here. 6. Yep, and then this one should be ground. Yep. 6. 5. Now all of these down here should be roughly the same. So I can't see those, so I have to go around this way so I can get a shot of those. So let's start from this side. These should all roughly be the same. So far these are all measuring the way I need them to measure. Little 5s were a little high right there. Seven, yep, that's right. And 7, that's right. Let's come over here to this side over here. Supposed to be 7. 7. Ground, yep. 4, yep. Yep. So 0. So the P13 chip makes sense. So it's down to this M92 chip. I am going to change this. I've already changed a couple of these on stream, so I am going to have to change that. So let me just see in here. Yeah, they're making a connection. I don't know. I think when I was trying to unbridge those caps, I put too much heat on the chip and I burned it out. So I'm going to have to change that again. So I will get set up to change that chip. Okay, I'm back. I am set up to pull this M92 chip off. I got my soldering iron, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take the meter off the screen. I'm going to leave me off the screen so you can see me sweat pulling this chip, and probably should make it full screen. There we go, and get rid of that one. So there it is on full screen. I have my heat gun set to 450. I have my airflow about 45, and I'm going to pull this old chip off here. And hope to not knock any of those components off. And I knocked those resistors off, so let me get these resistors back in place here. Come on, just get in there. Get back in there. There we go. So I got the resistors knocked back in place. I'm going to check these solder pads. Just going to add a little bit of solder to this. Not a lot. Give me my flux, so I'm going to use my chip quick. My chip quick flux here. A little bit of flux there. I'm going to get my iron here. There, and then just a little bit on that center pad there. So it's probably too much on that center pad, but we will see. So probably gonna get that stuff to pop out all around here and get a bunch of bridges and things, but I'm still new at this process, so let's get the new chip down here like so, on there in the position I want it. What I need to do is I need to get this scope directly above it here. So I can see all the pins. Hopefully that's still in view for you guys, but I need to be directly above it. Which makes it a little bit more difficult to solder. I'm going to turn my airflow down, and I'm going to come in here like so, and I'm going to solder this chip down here. Okay, so that should be good. Looks good. And none of my resistors came off. So I don't see any bridges. So it looks even in there, so that should be good. We're going to let that cool down before we clean it off. I'm going to go ahead and put the scope back into this position here, so I can check underneath the pins here. I'm not quite sure that that's soldered all the way down. Let me check here. Oh, that one looks good. Let's check this side. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna check this. We're gonna clean it up here with some of my flux remover. So I like to do is I like to get the flux remover on it to get the flux remover just all wedged in there like that, so it all gets that sticky stuff, because that chip quick is super sticky flux, but I happen to like it. I'm supposed to be having some new stuff to try, sent from another channel. They want me to try it, so we're gonna unbox that and do a comparison, because I also have some of that Amtech stuff, and I like to do a side-by-side comparison of this stuff. So then I'm going to take my ChemTech Chemwick here, and I'm going to get my cleaning brush. I'm going to open up my alcohol, if I can do that. I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to brush this, like in here, just to get that flux up there. I remember cleaning boards like this at work. It was works pretty good. So there we go. So let's make sure we didn't knock any components off through that manhandling of cleaning, and it doesn't look like we did. So this is cooled it down. Let us go to, let's put the components up. Let us take us out of the scope mode. Let's move the scope here back, and let's get the charger and the battery back on and see what we can do, what we've done, and if it charges. So hook the battery up, hook the charger up. Let's plug it in this way, and we have absolutely nothing. And if we plug it in this way, we have absolutely nothing. So there is more problems with this. I'm going to check that M92 chip again to make sure it got flowed right. I'm going to check the diode readings on it again, because this should charge. And before I had issues, it was at least stepping up to 15 volts. Now it's not even stepping up to 15 volts. So that is, now we're on this situation. So M92 was bad. M92 may not be seated correctly. what I'm going to do is, yeah, M92 may not be sitting down flat, so, and that could be a solder bridge there. I don't think so. Okay, so, and I got it going the right way. Pin 1 is in the right orientation. Well, I am going to reflow those joints. I'm going to get my knife edge tip here for my TS100. I'm going to get my knife edge tip, and then I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it like this. Get some solder on there. Just get a little bit of solder on there, and then I'll come in here. Oops, I gotta add flux to this. Where's my flux at? So, got my flux here. You know what? I am gonna do it with the scope, just because it's gonna be easier for you guys to see. Let me get this back lined up here. Okay, so there's the chip. Let's put it in big mode, and then here we go. Let us go in here and run a little bit of solder along this edge right here, right there. Let's come in here. And over here now. And let's get in here. This one's a little tricky to get into. Okay, let's clean that up and see if we have any bridges now. So, I can't really see that right there. What is that? Look like a bridge. Can't tell if that's a bridge or not. I really can't tell if that's a bridge or not. It just looks like flux. Let's try to clean it up with the toothbrush here. And then let's get in here with our chem wipe here. Okay, no, it's not a bridge. It looked like a bridge, but it wasn't, so those pins look better. So those pins looked better there, so... This is the one downside of the chip quick. it is extremely sticky and tough to get off the board, but it's good stuff, so I really like it. I mean, that chip went down nice. Let's see, there we go. I think that's all that chip quick off of there. Okay, well, do one more dab over it here. Alright, so let's hope that that solved our problem. I don't have high hope. I think there's more wrong with this board than that one chip, but I had it in a charging position where it charged something, and I would like to get it back to that position. So if we plug this in, nothing happens on this side of the charger. That's how we were in the beginning. And if we plug in this side, absolutely nothing. Oh wait, no, it was not turned on. My bad. It's my fault. So again, we have no juice coming in at all, and that is a good battery. So my next option is to check voltages and check that BQ chip, because I believe M92 is good now. So that is me changing M92, and it's now registering. Well, I don't know if it's registering on both sides. So, but I'm not sure. This one is a conundrum. If you have any ideas why I am having so many issues with this board, BP13 checks out fine. M92 I just changed. You guys can tell that it looks fine. I don't know, it looks like it may be riding a little high now that I look at it from an angle. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can see that. Let me see here. Is that... It's too much zoom. I don't know if you can see that on that chip, but if I hold this board like this with the camera, it looks like it's riding a little high. Let me back out a little bit more and bring it up to you. Yeah, I can't show it on this camera. Hold on. Let me go to this camera. Let me go to this camera here, and I can focus this camera here, hopefully. There's the alarm if you're familiar with my channel. So let me see if I can focus on this here. And you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. You can see that that chip is just a smidge high. In this corner over here, it's just a smidge high. So that's what I think the issue might be. I think I need to push that chip down, heat it up and push that chip down. But that'll be next time. I will heat that up, push that down, see what happens, and then I will mess with this. I will check the readings on the BQ chip and see if that's my issue. I will also check the USB-C port to see if I can get any readings off of there, because I do have a diode mode reading for that also. And we will continue forward. I have a feeling that this board is dead. The first one I got is just dead as a doornail and is not going to be fixable. But we're going to keep trucking at it, and if we can't fix it, we are going to learn from it. We are going to learn all kinds of information from this board. So thank you for staying tuned to this. This may turn into less of a repair series to more of a what can we learn from a Switch series. So I hope you guys don't mind it taking that turn. I don't think I think either I messed this board up or it was just messed up beyond beyond my capabilities of fixing for my first board level repair. And like I said, this is the first time I've done board level repair on a Nintendo Switch. I've done, tons of electronics work and building my own and designing my own circuits with surface mount chips, but we basically reflowed them in a reflow oven. And if we had to change anything, we just revisioned the board, and sometimes we changed the chips on top and stuff, but not at the level that this takes to do. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. You can check out my links on social media. You can also support me on Patreon. If you go to my Patreon page, the file with all these diode mode readings is posted on there, and there's no need to sign up. You don't have to donate anything. It's just there, available for you to just grab the spreadsheet file. It's got also parts list of the different parts I use with the links that I get them in. And if you do want to donate, that's fine, but I will be updating this file periodically as I get more readings. I did a live stream of measuring a bunch of test points on a good board, and I'm going to compile that into this spreadsheet also. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic